Used games are usually in very bad shape, but sometimes you might stumble upon a game in perfect condition. But how can you tell? Hello everyone, Bimber22 here, and today I'm going to show you 10 ways of telling if a game is worth buying at a used game store. Check to see if there are chips in the box. This one is pretty self-explanatory. If there is a massive chunk or even small chunks inside of the box or outside of the box, you don't need to get it. Usually retro game stores don't change the price for small inconveniences like that. So if you stumble across a chip box, don't buy it because of the small price. When you see it again with no chunks out of it, it is going to be the same amount. Fake box art. Usually you won't find this problem with cartridge games, but this is very common for DVD cases. The best way to tell if the art was forged is to look it up online and see if the art is the same. Another way is to check to see if there's a little note at the bottom of the box that says, "This is forged." It won't say that exactly, but something along those lines. A lot of collectors who, I guess they either lost the box art or they wanted to change it, usually they put a little note at the bottom so it wouldn't mistake people into thinking it's the real thing. And I think that's really nice of them. Color deformation. Art, stickers, boxes, and even the manuals can be affected by sunlight. For some reason, a handful of color can depreciate while the game has been set out in the sun. It's really easy to tell just by looking at the box. If the colors are just a little lighter than usual, then don't buy it. This isn't a deal breaker though, just like all these other tips. Check to see if it has the manual. Now, for a lot of people, the manual is absolutely the last thing they think about when they purchase a new game, which is totally understandable. But sometimes you can tell if a game has been taken care of a lot better if they actually decided to keep the manual. And also, it's really cool to have the manual. I miss games having manuals in them. Stupid internet ruins everything. Stickers. If you collect games, you know about stickers. Sometimes they're harmless, and other times they just straight up kill the product. They could bend the plastic, leave sticky marks, and upon other things, not come off. What I would do before buying a game is peel the sticker just a little bit to see if it is even possible to take it off. But most times, the game is long gone. There is no way of fixing it. Name tags. Now this one is super fixable. Just take a magic eraser and scrub wherever the marker is, whether it's on the top, bottom, wherever, and voila, it's gone. See if the game comes with an accessory. Hey, looky there, I own Hey You Pikachu, but there's no way of playing it because I don't have the Nintendo 64 microphone. There's no point in buying a game if you can't even play it. So check the store to see if the accessory is in stock, and if it is, then buy the game, because at that point, it's not worth it if you can't play it. Always, and I cannot stress this enough, always check the price. When you spot a game you want, always check the price before buying it. Never buy an overpriced game that you could get online for $20 less. I would highly suggest pricecharting.com. It is definitely the best way of seeing the average prices for games. Keep an eye out for really low prices. Sometimes you might stumble upon a game that is ridiculously low, and in some cases, this is a great thing. Like in thrift stores, if you stumble upon a massive big game for literally $3, that is great. But if you find this in a retro game store, that might mean there's a big problem with the game. And finally, keep the receipt. There's one thing that you cannot check when you buy a game at a game store, and that is if the game even works. Usually when you buy a brand new game, of course it's going to work. But if you buy a game at a used game store, you have no clue if it's going to work. So when you go home, make sure to check it instantly and take it back. Because if you lose the receipt and it doesn't work, that was just a straight up waste of money. There you have it. 10 tips to tell if the game was worth buying at a retro game store. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that like button down below. Make sure you break your computer. Don't forget to subscribe to become a part of BIMP Nation. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.